And so this is what exposed me to the treasure trove of the Catholic faith in a way that helped me understand its teachings on sex, on marriage, on all the things that we're facing today in the culture, so that I could let my heart be literally catch on fire. And so it goes back to that mentality, that childhood experience of the fire. My heart was burning within me. I was like, finally, someone is speaking sense. It's giving me the nourishment, the food, the spiritual aid I was longing for to help me live a life of happiness. Because boy, was I in a desert. I mean, teenage years, especially at the dawn of the technological revolution with the internet and social media coming out, it was very, very difficult. And we all know that, right? We've all lived it, everyone at home. And so for me to stumble onto those two books to help me realize there is an absolute truth in the midst of my subjective experiences, and that absolute truth is ultimately the personhood of Jesus Christ in relationship with him, knowing him in his love, in his mercy. So what makes
that connection? Because you've got these two books. You've got Theology of the Body, or The Good News About Sex and Marriage. You've got a book on relativism, which I forget the title.
Relativism as Religion.
Okay. What brings it? Is it Good News About Sex and Marriage? What brings it to the person of Christ for you in those high school years? Because that's what, like, I hear the intellectual conversion happening, and I hear the heart set afire by wanting to share the truth. But like, have you started to pray at this point? Like, where's that hook happening where you're like, and all of this truth is rooted in Christ?
Right. I think it was 2006-07 when I really went to one of the hardest confessions of my life, where I really opened up about things I had been through, things that I had done, things that I had felt. And that's when I was affirmed by the priest saying, this is good, John. It's a mature thing to say these things in confession out loud and to trust in the mercy of God.
Last time we talked with you about confession in a previous segment, it was something you didn't want to do.
Didn't want to do. It was awkward. Didn't know how to.
So something changed there.
Yeah, it was because it went beyond just hitting my brother over a fight, or like my mom's first confession she told me when she was a kid was, I stole a green bean. You know, I mean, these childhood, right? The priest must have been laughing to himself in the confession. But this, it went from beyond just these pithy sins that children feel a little bit of remorse to something. I can't talk to anybody. I feel awful about myself, about other people. I feel like I'll never be my true self. I'll never be happy because you cross boundaries. You make mistakes. You do things you wish you had not done, you know? And that's its own episode, I would say, one day, perhaps, God willing, because it goes to the sacredness of the story, the details that you share at the right time. But it was confession that helped me begin to really recognize that Jesus did love me and that it was an objective, absolute truth that he loved me. And he was carrying me through this.
But there's a treasure there and a gift your parents gave you by taking you to all those confessions that you fought against.
Yes.
Because I did the same things, you know, or at least the same category at the same age, and it never even crossed my mind to go to confession. So for that to be a habit, even if you hadn't taken it seriously before, you hadn't wanted to do it before, for that to be this place that you think about, that's a grace and a gift.
It is.
It's a miracle.
It's a miracle.
If I can jump in.